actually he has sometimes taken back to the hospital and he experienced some things. I myself, I didn't experience much on the hospital because I was never ill when I was Welcome back, guys. My name is Oscar and today we have Warbs here. So actually he's going to share his experience in the hospital. He was actually taken to the hospital for some times, and actually I don't know if it was a bad experience or a good experience. So guys, you guys need to watch this and learn a lot, because I have heard that most of the people who are here in China, they tend to use a lot of money in the hospital. And actually I want to hear this thing from one of our friends here, and what is it exactly in the hospital. So what's your name, brother?
My name is Super Maroba, and people call me Warbs.
So according to your experience, like, I want to know, when did you come to China first?
I came to China approximately 2 years ago.
2 years ago? Okay, and what was wrong when you went to the hospital?
I had some health issues. I don't know if it was the weather or what, but I had some heart pain.
Did it start from here in China or since back in your
I
country?
started when I came here to China.
Okay, so it might be some weather problem.
Some weather issues, yeah.
Okay, and how many times have you gone to the hospital?
A lot.
A lot.
Like 8 to 10 times.
8 to 10 times, guys. So actually this is more experience that you can ever expect. I'm sure, like you said, during those 8 times, right? Or like it was within of how long? Like what was the period?
For like a year, let's say. Because this problem they started a year after me being here.
So you guys can see that like 8 times in the hospital, that is a lot of experience. So that's why he actually took his time, and he's going to tell us a lot about the experience in the hospital. And by the way, like what was the outcome of you going to the hospital? Did you get the help or you didn't get the help?
Honestly, up to now, I didn't get any results that could help me, because I've been going to a lot of different hospitals here in China. They try to check, and they tell me there's nothing wrong with me. Well, I know my body, so I know what's wrong with me, and I try to explain it to them, and they will check and say there's nothing. So I would go through all these processes that take a lot of money, a lot of expenses, a lot of time, but still come up with nothing. So the experience wasn't good at all.
And do you think why was it hard for you to undergo all those things? Like, what was the main obstacle?
I think the first thing was the language barrier. I'm not very good in Chinese. I've been here for 2 years, but I've been knocking behind, so I'm not very good in Chinese. So maybe they will try to give me advice on what to do, but I won't understand it. So maybe they would advise me to go to a different hospital to do this and that, but I would miss some of the words that they say. So I think maybe that's why.
And by the way, I wanted to know, like, are the expenses that expensive?
Yeah, they're expensive. They're like twice as much compared to home. I'm from Tanzania. Like all these medical measurements I was doing here, they're like twice as much compared back home. So I found myself using a lot of money with less results and less solutions.
So by the way, guys, I advise you, I know you guys actually, some of you guys who are in China don't like studying Chinese, but as you can see, knowing Chinese really does help a lot. So if you haven't seen the other video I made about the tips of knowing Chinese language, make sure to go to the channel and check that out. So learning Chinese is going to help you a lot, trust me. When I tell you, I'm not telling you just from nowhere, I tell you with the facts. So learning Chinese will help you a lot, guys. And the other thing I wanted to know, do you think you could have done it more faster in your country compared to in China?
Definitely. You know, because when people understand each other, things go smooth and fast. So comparing to here, it's like I was having a hard time finding the counters, finding the doctors, finding the nurses who could help me, find the doctors. So finding the places where we take those measurements, so it took me time. It took me a lot of time. But if I was at home and everybody was speaking the same language, probably I would have done fast. I would have just read the places to go and just gone there. Because everything in China is written in Chinese. So it's kind of hard to, if you don't know, if you're not that big in Chinese, it's kind of hard to go to a place where you're allocated to go in the hospital.
So like if you're given a chance, or if you're given a chance to give an advice to those people who haven't come to China and they're thinking of coming to China to get some medical attendance, what do you give?
What I would say is, if you're not good in Chinese, get a person who can translate, a translator beside you. I think that's where your healthy, your medical thing can go smooth. Because if you don't know Chinese, if you don't even have a little bit of Chinese in you undergo a lot of hardships.
So guys, that was actually some of the things that he faced here in China in the hospital generally. So there are a lot of things that foreigners face here in China. If you want to know them, make sure to subscribe, like and comment, because there are a lot of experiences being shared here in this channel. So I hope you guys have learned something and have gotten something new from today. And until next time guys, bye bye.